Okay, so let's start by looking at self-awareness. If you have high self-awareness, that means you've got the ability to recognize your emotions and how you're feeling. It gives you the ability to reflect on how you feel and what you're going through. If you're at the lower end of the scale, that means that you've got less awareness of your behaviors and what you're doing, and you're more reactive to situations. So then we take a look at self-recognition. And if you score highly on this, this suggests you've got a strong control of your emotions. It also says you've got much less emotional swing, so you tend to be able to ride through situations and keep control of how you're feeling. And if you're at the lower end of this, that can tend to suggest that you struggle to control yourself, or you become quite reactive to situations. So if you find yourself sort of in the pressure, suddenly breaking out and feeling frustrated, that can be a sign of lower self-regulation. Next up, we have motivation. If you're high on motivation, that means you've got the personal drive to want to improve. It also means you're willing to explore and try new things. And if you score lower on this, that suggests that you require incentive to get things done. So you're the kind of person who needs to see some kind of reward at the end of it. Or you're prone to avoidance, so you tend not to try new things. Next, we have empathy. And if you're high on empathy, that means you can relate to other people's emotions. You're more likely to engage with people who need support. At the lower end of this, that means you're more likely to lay the blame with other people. So in situations where things don't go right, you tend to look to somebody else to put the blame their way. And you look to avoid interaction with people who are in need of help because you don't understand their situation. And then finally, we have the social skills. And if we're high on social skills, that means we've got the ability to build positive relations with people around us. And it means we're comfortable in a social environment and able to interact with a larger group of people. And at the lower end of the scale, we tend to avoid people. So we don't like to mix within crowds, and we struggle with our own self-confidence when we're in social circles. So for now, we have a picture of your emotional intelligence, or at least an outline to start from. And as we go forward now, we're going to use that in some of the future modules of this course. So for now, I'll leave you and we'll move on to the next module.